You're listening to JM Partners Atlanta Market Eavesdrop, a quick real estate update from Jerry Metcalf Partners, real estate agents on the ground in Atlanta, talking about what it's like, what to expect, the pros, the cons, and what to consider to align yourself and your loved ones for the best opportunities.
We're live. Good morning.
Good morning.
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 JM Partners, Bridget, we're live, right? So good to see everybody. Today, we are going to talk about the 3 unbreakable rules of getting your home ready to sell. And we have none other with us than Rachel Eisenman of Jolie Residential, who is brilliant at this stuff. She helps people. She helps us stage. She helps people move in country, out of country, multiple homeowners. She's helped us on many a move. So, Rachel, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Jerry. I'm excited to talk about this stuff. I mean, I kind of nerd out anyway about this kind of thing. So I'm going to just jump right in. The top 3 unbreakable rules. Number 1, it's got to be spacey. Want to keep it feeling spacious. Number 2, it's got to be a canvas. And then we'll discuss the rule of 3. So let me know when you're ready and I'll start expounding upon each of those.
Awesome. So number 1, it's got to be spacey. Give us a format, and we're dying. We on our end, we got to share some stories just to help everybody like give some examples of what difference that's made.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, making it spacey means making it feel open and spacious, right? So remove any furniture that is not going to be used during the listing period and anything really that will help clear out and make the space feel bigger. And then paint it white because that just always makes it look more open. I know you were mentioning, Jerry, a story of one of the projects we had worked on where that changed the sale price, actually.
That was actually one of Bridget's.
Well, I think we've all probably had those examples, but yes, I mean, that's talking about painting it white, clearing everything out. You know, sellers actually have gone to other realtors, not me. And after I told them all these things to do, and they just said, we're just going to put it on the market. We don't want to do anything. And then called me a month or so later, and we were able to, they actually listened to me and did the items that they thought they didn't have to do. And we did, we put it on and we're able to sell it for more. So
that's excellent.
And it involved that, clearing it out, painting it, making sure it was staged appropriately, and sometimes changing lighting. I'm a big fan of changing lighting.
I'm a light nerd as well. I can totally geek out with you there. I talk to clients all the time about Kelvin ratings on bulbs, and it just goes, you know, a whole other place. But that'll be for the next.
And I need to talk about light bulbs.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
We're gonna do another one on light bulbs. I think the important thing is like getting the lighting right and getting them consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Into that, Rachel, what, like everybody's like, is it white? Is it warm? Do we do more yellow? Do we do white? Do we do LED? What's a quick synopsis?
I have to tell you, my favorite light bulb of the moment is from Home Depot. It's the EcoSmart LED bulb, not sponsored by Home Depot, but they actually sell a bulb that has a switch on the LED bulb itself to change the Kelvin. So like 2700 Kelvin is going to be that really warm light, closer to incandescent. 3000 adds a little bit more blue. It's great for task lighting. So like at your desk or maybe in a kitchen, somewhere where you're going to be doing some work. And then 4000 and 5000 get even more blue. So 5000 registers to a lot of people as that like really super blue, almost hospital type light. You can see really well in it, but it's not comfortable necessarily for a home. But the great thing about these EcoSmart bulbs is you buy a whole bunch of them and you just switch it on the bulb for what you need. So for staging purposes, 2700 or 3000 Kelvin is going to look the best. It's going to look the best in photos. It's going to feel the warmest. But knowing that you just have the switch on the bulb is great.
27, you said 2700, 2300 or 2300 Kelvin? Is that what you call it?
2700 Kelvin. So that's the temperature rating, which relates to how we see the light. And this is a very simplistic answer. So there's a lot more science behind it. But basically, the lower the number, the warmer the light, the higher the number, the bluer.
You have realtors like us, and then you've got people like Rachel, so you can keep up with this stuff. And number two, so number one, it's got to be spacey. Number two, we talked about this, it's got to be a canvas. So
Yes.
I love this because we were arguing about this before we came online, but Rachel, reiterate to us what you mean. To everybody listening, what do you mean by it's got to be a canvas?
So make it a blank canvas. Make it a place where the buyer can come in and really see themselves in the space. So that means take down anything personal, anything that represents who you are. So family photos have to go, religious items have to go, political items have to go. Even if your sports team is polarizing, especially here in Georgia, we have people on one side or the other. And you take that stuff down, clear it out, because whoever's coming in, you want them to be able to see their own lives in their house. So
Jack was going to talk to that a little bit because Jack, you've gotten started on having to talk to some of our sellers on exactly this.
People say,
it's
I've got to live
yeah,
here.
yeah. I mean, I go in and get, you know, houses ready for photo shoots all the time. And it's just interesting to see, you know, what people don't really foresee, what, like before the photo shoots, like that people, the buyers are going to look at specifically. It's like, I mean, like you said, anything that's going to like take away from them looking at the full picture of the house is so important. Just because you get tied to that one little thing and then it just kind of throws everything else off. Like there's a certain psychology to it that if you're not in the industry every day working, you know, with the photographers, working with the people showing the houses, that you're just going to kind of miss. And then, you know, it's going to, you know, the small reasons add up over time. And that is definitely one thing you see when you're definitely this topic. This is a huge topic that it can get overlooked on, and
Make sure they can
it's
see
important. Yeah, it's just important to have people like Rachel and people that, you know, get the whole landscape of how to stage a house. I mean, it's a very important.
Adam, I want Adam to share. We had a listing recently. I mean, we took 2 months with Rachel getting this house ready. And then once it was ready, it made a big difference. Give us a little bit on that one, Adam.
Yeah, I mean, we took 2 months of getting furniture moved out, painting done in the house, and make sure it's a specific color, decluttering, getting all that out, doing all that extra work. And once we did and we listed it, we had, I mean, 25, 30 showings within 2.5, 3 days. And we got multiple offers and sold for, I think it was either 40 or 50,000 over asking price.
Yeah.
It was incredible just how taking that time up front really paid off in the end.
But we had 5 offers, and the house actually comped out a little bit lower than where we priced it. But staging it, the pre-marketing, and the way we lined up the showings and communicated, we were able to, is this overpriced? To now we've got 5 offers coming on the property. So
visual makes a huge difference, doesn't it?
yeah.
I mean, it's amazing, which kind of leads into the third thing, which is the rule of 3. And the rule of 3 is about how you use accessories in your space. So coffee tables, mantles, kitchen counters, side tables, anything where people put candles, books, you know, their favorite, I don't know, brass turtle from a trip overseas, right? All of those things start to make a space look cluttered. So the rule is no more than 3 on any surface. Whatever it is, no more than 3. Now, there's some exceptions to that. And at Jolie, we use the phrase be reasonable, which is, you know, sometimes you're going to have more than 3, or like a stack of books. You stack up 7 books and put them on their side. That can count as a single item, right? But the idea is, again, creating that sense of spaciousness and order, because when buyers come in and they see a tidy, put together house, it automatically puts them in the frame of mind that this is a well cared for, well loved property.
That's
And
what's important.
yeah, you to make sure they hear that because nobody wants to hear nobody any criticism just sounds like my house is ugly. What were you gonna say, Bridget?
No, that's what's most important, right? I mean, at the end of the day, that's what's most important. I hope y'all can hear me because it's not like
Right.
happening on my computer, but good. Okay. That is what's most important, right? Like that's exactly it. You want the buyers to walk in and feel like it's tidy and well kept because that carries through the whole transaction.
You're selling a lifestyle. I mean, these days
Right.
it's important to remember people aren't just buying a house, they're buying a lifestyle. And if you put the right stuff and you clean it out, it's a canvas. They're literally like I do it. I look at a house and I'm like, this would be my life if I lived here. So whatever you portray, you're not just selling the property, you're selling a lifestyle and how it makes them feel.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a delicate art, right, in this position, because I'm talking to homeowners who have been in their place, 10, 15, 20 years, and they love it. And it has all of the sentimental value to it. And then I have to come in and basically say, now erase most of that and let's make it something else,
How do you explain that to a homeowner who might not be all 100% on board with that idea?
Well, luckily, I mean, at the place where you guys bring me in, right? They've already decided to sell. And in the sales process, in the sales process, they really want to maximize their investment. So however long they've been there, however long they've been investing in the house, they want to maximize that. And so a lot of times they're pretty open to some ideas. You get some pushback here and there, but I think what you spoke to earlier is it's the psychology behind it. And they are doing this really for the next person who's coming into the home, not necessarily for themselves. And, at the end of the day, if they can make $50,000, $75,000 more on the house just by taking care of a couple things, who's not going to do that,
Thanks. Well said, Rachel. So the we call them the unbreakable rules of getting your home ready to sell. Number one, it's got to be spacey. Number two, it's got to be a canvas or make it a canvas. And number three, the rule of three. I love reasonable. Let's qualify that. Just kidding. But 3 things, no more than 3 things on any surface.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks, Rachel.
Thanks for having me, guys.
And now I have to
Thank you, Rachel.
try to get off the live stream. Oh, here we go. I'm getting better. All right, everybody. Oh, yes. Thank you for listening to our eavesdrop of 3 things to know in the Atlanta home market and selling your home in real estate. Oh, we are now officially a podcast anywhere you want to go. Anywhere you want to go. Oh, and you can find us at eavesdrop.jmpartners.io. That's eavesdrop.jmpartners.io. Thanks again, Rachel. See y'all soon.
Thank you for listening to the JM Partners Atlanta Market Eavesdrop. If you like what you heard, please subscribe and share with your friends who might be moving or who just want to keep up with the latest on the Atlanta residential market. You can find us anytime online at jmpartners.io. That's jmpartners.io.